Good evening, CAN TV viewers. Thank you for tuning in to the Doty Report on Comprehensive Health. My name is Yolanda Givens, and I am the host for tonight. The Georgia Doty Comprehensive Health Organization has been serving the Chicago community for over 20 years, being a platform for health education, health information, health initiatives, as well as being on the forefront of working to bridge the gap of the health disparities that we know exist particularly within the minority communities. I'm here. You guys know I like to have a great time here on Tuesdays. Always excited about the guests that we have. We've had some great guests. I'm going to say we have some amazing guests tonight. So I'm very, very excited. Please don't forget that you can call in at 312-738-1060 for questions, for comments. We definitely want to hear from you. We are going to be talking about women's health. And who better to talk about women's health than two doctors, female doctors. I'm very, very excited. I found out about them through Besties MDs. Not only are they doctors, they are BFFs. So my BFF watching, you know what that's like for us to be doing the same thing. They are besties, and they are empowering women and educating women about health. And they're going to tell you a little bit about themselves. Not only it's Besties MDs. Is Besties MD is it a nonprofit or is it just an organization? Okay, it is a nonprofit organization, but they also just opened a Practice Quench Wellness this past July.
Yes, exactly.
Congratulations, so excited.
You.
And if you still have your Sun Times from Monday, right?
Yes.
They were a feature. So I am going to turn it over to Dr. G. Yes. And Dr. C, and they're going to tell you a little bit about themselves, and we're going to get into some conversations.
Absolutely.
So, Dr. G, tell us a little bit about you.
So I'm Dr. G, also known as Dr. Gameli Delcayie. I am a practicing emergency medicine physician. So I'm in the ER with all the gunshots and stab wounds and car accidents, but that's when people need help the most.
Right.
So I am very fortunate to be able to help people at the time of their need. Local, sort of. I was born in Ghana, but I've been in Park Forest is where I grew up, and then have been in the city since college.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Chicago.
Chicago. And I'm Dr. C, also known as Dr. Chantole-Stephens-Archer. Long name, I know. I'm also from Chicago, from the South Side, 84th and California area.
Okay.
Born and raised, so I'm familiar with the whole West Loop area, South Side area. I've been all over the place in Chicago. I'm a practicing internal medicine doctor, and most people recognize internal medicine as being kind of primary care, but I do something a little different. I'm actually a hospitalist.
Okay.
So I work in the hospital with acute care patients. So after she gets the stab wounds, she patches them up, she sends them to the floor.
She sends them to you.
I'm the one that takes care of them.
Yes.
Okay.
And I see them from the beginning all the way up until they're discharged. So, your heart attacks, your heart failure, your emphysema, all of those type of things, I'm the doctor who will take care of you in the hospital. So that's
first of all, congratulations on being doctors and for that success. And not only are you doctors, but you're doctors that are giving back in your way and really wanting to share your knowledge and share your expertise that will be beneficial to the people that's able to come into your presence. So I congratulate you and I thank you, for that. But we're going to get into some conversations. I know women, I don't know if you women are going to call in, but I know you want to hear from these women doctors to talk about women's health. So I'm just going to open it up to what we need to know in terms of women's health, what's going on, whatever it is that you want to share with the viewers and with me in that area.
Yeah, one of the things I definitely want to hit on is just the broader aspect of health in general. But before I even do that, I know you kind of talked about the fact that we give back. And the reason why we give back is from our own personal experiences.
Okay.
Dr. G and I are both first generation doctors. We don't have any other doctors in our family. And so I think that's what allowed us to be such kindred spirits. We met back in Visitation Week at University of Chicago many, many moons ago.
deciding whether we wanted to go to college there or somewhere else.
And although we didn't hit it off right away, right? As the years progressed, we really became close friends. And I think a lot of that came from the fact that we have similar backgrounds, kind of pursuing this road of medicine together and not really knowing how to navigate it, not really having a whole lot of guidance, but relying on one another for support all throughout the journey. So, you know, we've went from being friends to sisters just because of that. So through medical school,
residency, and now practicing physicians for over 5 years now.
Nice.
So for us, it was always something of education and empowerment. We always knew that from the time we became doctors, we weren't just going to practice medicine. It was important for us to give back to our community, educate our community, and empower our community.
And that's where Besties MD came from, you know, best friends who are doctors. We wanted to be able to have a platform to speak to women and even men about topics that were important and crucial to them. What we had experienced kind of within our family and friends and network is that, I mean, you will go to a doctor, but you don't necessarily know what's going on. You don't know what this long word means or what this diagnosis or prognosis is. And so we took the opportunity to use Besties MD to make medicine relatable, fun, you know, small little nuggets of information that are easily digestible. And then from there you could share to other people. And so you really empower yourself by having knowledge and ownership over your health.
The conversation that we have on Besties MD is supposed to feel more like sistership. So it's kind of like, you know, when you go to the beauty salon getting your hair done, that's when you get a lot of your medical advice. Well, I tried that. And so we want it to be relatable just like that, but coming from doctors.
Right. I have a friend that's she's an RN. I'm always like nurse. I need to know. What is this? One of the things I saw on the Besties MD site that I love, and I don't know if I've already said it, but I'm gonna say it again. I love that they said they are doctors first, but sisters always. Absolutely. And I really love that, and that's just so important for our community as Black women, that we do support each other and that we understand that sisterhood piece is very important. Because I'm hearing it, I think about one of my girlfriends that I went to college with. You know, we relied on each other. Supportive parents, but, you know, didn't have those experiences, so you had to rely on someone.
Especially at the age that we met, you know, you're just getting into adulthood. You have to be responsible for yourself in college and get your work done. And sometimes oftentimes she motivated me, or, you know, vice versa, to, you know, make sure, hey, we got to get these grades, we need to graduate. Like, these are the things that we said we were going to do, you know. But it even speaks to Black women in medicine in general. You know, when we started at the University of Chicago, there were a big group of us who all wanted to be doctors. It wasn't just us, you know. But now fast forward several years later, it's us and then one of our other friends. That's it. So out of 9 or 10 girls who said they wanted to be doctors, 3, you know, completed. And so we just always wanted to be able to not only be an avenue for health information, but also to mentor those who are coming up and showing them that you can do this too. You know, you can do it. It's going to take some hard work. It's going to take some sacrifice, but this is something that's totally attainable.
Absolutely. So let's talk about something about health. What do women need to know? What do we need to know in this day and age?
Well, one of the big things I want to point out is I feel like medicine's changing, right? I think commonly, you know, you get a cold, you come to the doctor, they give you medicine, right? And you go back home. But now I think the focus is really on preventative and proactive medicine, right? Now worrying more about, or focusing more about, just maintaining your health and keeping yourself healthy on a day-to-day basis, doing the right things every single day to make sure that you live the best version of yourself. And it's a message that I'm commonly explaining to my patients. I mean, I think Dr. G and I have a unique perspective. You know, working in the hospital and working in the ER, we see chronically ill patients constantly. And sometimes what's most frustrating about being a doctor is when someone gets kind of to the end stage of their medical condition, when you run out of options and you're just giving them medicines to no avail, recognizing that you've run out of options. And one of the things we commonly say to each other is, what if we met them 10 years ago? 10 years ago when we really could have changed the course and the path of where they're headed. You know, we could have told them, hey, you know what, you really need to watch what you're eating now, because 10 years from now, you don't want to be in this position.
Right.
You know, and so from that came a lot of our practices now. That's why we opened up our holistic practice of Quench Wellness. It's just really pushing proactive and preventative medicine.
Okay.
So there it is.
yeah, there it is. The beauty blend, the muscle blend, the boss blend, the Oasis blend. So talk a little bit about the holistic wellness approach.
So we were so excited to open Quench back in July. So we've just been open 4 months, and we're in Chicago South Loop, which is such a bustling area and really like health conscious area too. And so we knew it was the perfect fit for what we wanted to do moving forward to this more proactive as opposed to reactive medicine. And so we offer vitamin infusions as well as vitamin injections to really replenish you. A lot of us are walking around chronically dehydrated. We're not getting in the vitamins and minerals that we need. And we think, oh, it's just vitamins, I can take them by mouth. But you're actually not absorbing all of the vitamins that you're taking within your food. Number one, you have to eat just a lot of it, and you know how busy we are. You know, we're not always cooking or getting the organic, vegetables or fruits, and so this allows the vitamins to bypass your stomach, which does not absorb the vitamins and minerals like it should, and goes directly into your bloodstream to get to the organs that need them the most. And so this is a great service that can be for men and for women, but can absolutely support someone on their wellness journey.
Okay. So what is just a little bit more about the infusion? What is that? What is that? What happens?
So all it is vitamins. We pick out essential vitamins, for example, because I think things are easier with examples. For instance, our immunity blend, which is a very popular one because it's cold and flu season. And as we know, last year we had a rough flu batch.
Season.
And so this one becomes really important because we want to really boost everyone's immunity so they can prevent themselves from getting so sick from the flu and cold. And so the vitamin infusion bag will have vitamin C in it, or have zinc in it. All those nourishments and vitamins that you should be having on a daily basis, but maybe you don't have time to. You know, for instance, one of our bags of immunity blend is the equivalent of having 86 medium oranges, like 12 cups of cantaloupe.
4 cups of broccoli.
Now we gotta be healthy.
You try to fit that in the smoothie if you're able to.
You're not able to. But that mega dose of vitamin C is absolutely going to help to support your immune system. And there's no way you'd be able to take that in by mouth, you know? So it's a great alternative for, preventing sickness. And we know that even something as simple as a cold or flu, that's time away from work. That's time away from your family, time away from the activities that you want to do. Lost wages from not going to work. And so this is a way that you can really protect yourself, as we're going around in this cold and flu season.
It's all about encouraging and enhancing your own organic community. Like, I feel like everything we offer at Quench and everything we do in the clinic is all about encouraging people to just be healthy within themselves, encourage your own healthy decisions and healthy immunity that comes from that. And so we encourage it from the time people walk in the door. One thing I like to ask people, right, because you talked about chronic dehydration. How many people get their full 64 fluid ounces plus of water?
I was just going to ask about water.
I
was just going to ask about water.
64 fluid ounces plus, and really it's more than that.
Right.
Because if you're working out, if you weigh more.
I'm trying to understand how people drinking 120 ounces of water. You do it.
Exactly. But you would be amazed what something as simple as water can do for your digestion, what it can do for your mental clarity, what it can do for your mood, but we're not getting enough in, and we get it. It's hard to drink that much water, but that's why we deliver our vitamins through water. It's through bags of fluid. So not only are you repleting your vitamins and minerals, you're also replenishing from being dehydrated. So it's a win-win, you know. And then specifically for women, I mean, we do offer a couple of services at Quench Wellness that, because you were mentioning women's health before, that I think would be fantastic for so many women.
Changing lives, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. One of them is called hormone optimization. And so again, our hormones, something that's very natural, right? But unfortunately, due to things like stress, our diet, environmental changes, our hormones start getting off balance even as early as our 30s.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, so when you start thinking about irritability, when you start thinking about mood swings, when low libido, you know, low sexual desire, feeling fatigued and tired all the time, all of those changes could be due to hormone imbalance. And even though I said that it's for women, it can also happen to men too.
Oh, low T is real for men.
Yeah. So and it's not right. It's not just something that's
So
for
you're
women.
saying there's something I can do about,
Absolutely.
you know, pre-menstrual and
Perimenopause,
crying and all of that.
I am glad we have this platform.
Yeah, to talk about it.
Seriously, because in medicine we commonly focus a lot of attention on men's health,
Yeah.
and we don't talk
And
about,
dollars.
and yes, and we
All
don't
men's
talk
health,
about
yes.
women's health
Right.
and just what we experience and how we can make that experience better for us. You know, we commonly feel like we have to suffer through menopause. Like we
Right.
gotta cry it out.
No.
We gotta go through the hot flashes and sleepless nights. Why?
So are you saying we don't?
No,
No.
not at all. Not
Why?
at all. And what's great about the hormone optimization that we offer, it's plant-based. So it's not hormones that are coming from pigs or cows or horses or wherever some of these other hormones are coming from. They're bioidentical, meaning they're as close to your natural hormones as possible. So instead of using something like a cream that you have to like smear in
On yourself numerous times a day.
and nobody can touch you if you have that cream on, or remembering to take a tablet every day, or having the inconvenience of
Right.
having to use like lubrication during times of intercourse, why not be able to have something that is a small pellet, it goes under your skin, and it slowly delivers the hormones over a period of months. And so it's just, you put it in and you forget it, and you feel better.
Hey, you guys that are watching on Facebook Live, call in 312-738-1060. I know that you got to have some questions for these amazing female doctors. ER, internal medicine, and they are educated and helping us in the areas of wellness and preventive health. Come on, call in, you guys.
Yes.
That's good to know, because
Yeah.
we don't know that, you know. And I can only imagine that helps you every day, just feeling better. Feeling better.
And
you know,
feeling
just feeling better.
is gonna let you be there for your kids. It's gonna let you have mental clarity at work.
was
It's
just
gonna
gonna talk
allow
about the mental piece of it, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, we don't even talk about the other medicinal and health-related benefits from having your hormones in balance. Do you know when you start to lose estrogen, testosterone, you also put yourself at increased risk for conditions like Alzheimer's?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so hormones are important for every single aspect of your body.
Okay.
So by restoring that balance, now you're also restoring neurologic connections. You know, your heart, you decrease your risk for cardiovascular disease.
Even your bones. I mean, osteoporosis and fractures.
Yes.
You know, all these broken hips that I see all the time
Right.
in the emergency room. You know, these hormones are actually going to, again, help your body to do what it's supposed to do. Be healthy.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what is it that kind of tears down our bodies as women? Is it what we eat? Is it what, you know?
I think it's
Yeah.
multifactorial.
That's exactly the word I had in mind. There's unfortunately a lot of battles that our bodies go through, whether it be stress, which is
That's a big one.
That's the big one. And it's not even always stress that other people put on us. Sometimes it's our own, you know, carrying around guilt, not dealing with trauma, you know, not talking out issues and getting those, you know,
That mental
those things.
Help, peace.
Yes, out of you. You would be surprised how much your mental health can affect your body, you know? So I think stress is a big one that affects our health.
Lack of sleep. I know that's a big one that affects us as
Yeah.
doctors, because we're forced to work sleepless nights, but that's cumulative over time. And from lack of sleep, you know, you get high blood pressure, you get heart disease, you get headaches and migraines. So that has a huge effect on your body. And then what we eat and what we consume, the choices we make on every single day. You know, one of the things I try to encourage my patients is no one's asking you to be 100% perfect, right?
Right.
I
Impossible.
feel like that's unrealistic.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Right.
But what we ask for is moderation, right? Dr. G and I have the 70-30 rule, right? 70% of the time you eat what you're supposed to eat, right? Your
Okay.
fruits and
Yeah,
your
like you're supposed
vegetables.
to work out.
And, yes.
Get them in. Yes.
Drink the water like how you're supposed to. And then you get that 30% that allows for you to have that brownie.
Okay.
That allows for you to sit on the couch and watch the TV. Yes.
Instead of going to the gym in the morning.
Yes, because that's also mental peace.
Yeah.
That counts as your health too.
It's part of health, you know. And, you know, another big kind of piece of health that that I feel that we don't talk a lot about is intimate health.
Okay.
You know, our intimacy and the way that we relate to each other is just as important as what we eat and what we think
Right.
and what we drink, you know?
Right.
So
Sex is important.
In short,
It's healthy. It's healthy.
is. And you know, we should all have
It's healthy.
We should all have sex lives that satisfy and nourish us and feed us, right? And replenish us.
replenish us.
And
Indeed.
so one of the other services that we're really excited to offer at Quench Wellness is our vaginal laser therapy. And I don't know if you've heard about it
I'm
before.
just gonna say, so
but
what is that?
It is changing
I know
lives.
people just like, what is that?
So unfortunately, with aging as well as other conditions like
Childbirth.
childbearing, it can leave the vagina and the walls and the cells of the vagina not really able to do what they're supposed to do, right?
Okay.
They're supposed to be, you know, muscular. They're supposed to get wet, right? And
Right.
they're supposed to help to deliver babies, right? So that's the function of the vagina. But unfortunately, with things like childbirth, like we talked about, hormone changes, all that changes. You know, you have vaginal dryness, you have irritation, you can have looseness as well. You can even have something called stress incontinence, right? Meaning when you cough or laugh, you pee a little bit, and that happens to so many women. You know, so you think that you're just resort to having to wear, you know, like a diaper or something like
Or
that.
discreet
Or
depends and those type of things.
or have painful intercourse.
Right.
You know, no, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Right.
And so what we love about this laser, because we researched a bunch of different lasers, and there's so many out there in the market, but the one that we chose uses two separate lasers to allow your body to regenerate its own cells, right? So when you think about skin resurfacing lasers, right, that help to diminish pores and make you glow, well,
Right.
it does the same thing down there
Oh.
too.
It's like a facelift for your
It's like
vagina.
a facelift for the cells of the vagina, and so it can allow for all those, we call them collagen and elastin cells, to come in to make that tissue function like it's supposed to. So it's not like the laser is adding anything. It's, again, your own natural healing cascade that allows it to work.
Okay. Okay. We got 5 minutes left. We got so much. It's so good. If y'all don't even want to call in with questions, please. We got 5 minutes. You can still call in at 312-738-1060. We have Dr. G and Dr. C here talking about women's health, but we have an ER doctor and internal medicine doctor, so they probably could answer a lot of questions. So I know people also want to we're talking about the wellness piece, but is there anything that you could share with us? Because we know cancer sucks. It sucks. Is there anything that we could do different? Eat better, eat right, anything that women could do, you know, that's preventive toward breast cancer. Is it hereditary? You know, I heard people say that it's hereditary. Is there anything that you can share on that?
It absolutely does have a hereditary component to
Okay.
it. Specifically, there's certain genes that get passed along from mother to daughter, X, Y, and Z, and sometimes occasionally through the father too, father's side, that puts people at a higher predisposition for it. I think the first step when dealing with these type of conditions is knowing your family history. I can't impress upon my African American and minority community enough, because I feel like we're not very transparent about those type of things among our family.
Absolutely.
We should talk about it. Hey, Auntie Joe had breast cancer. Auntie Joe had hypertension.
Okay.
Because it's the only way you know what genes you're holding within your body, and being very transparent about what that experience was like and what you had to go through. I think that's step one to it. Number two, yes, you know, there are some other factors that contribute to it too. A lot of hormonal imbalances contribute to breast cancer. So, yes, being very aware of what we eat, you know, keeping away from things that are high in estrogen sources. You know, I'm not a big fan of soy milk for that reason, because it has a lot of high estrogen in it. Absolutely.
Okay.
So watching those type of things. Also, exercising really, really, really helps.
It's protective. It's not just about the weight.
Okay.
It's not just about
So
keeping your
exercising
weight.
is not just about the weight.
No, it's about the fact that when you're exercising, you're allowing cells to regenerate, to move around, to repair themselves. And so that can be a very, very big thing that you can do in an effort to prevent breast cancer.
Okay. All right.
Watching your alcohol consumption is another one too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Cigarettes,
I know. I'm
cigarettes.
sorry.
Never heard that though, but I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you're drinking, not in moderation, but in excess, you can absolutely increase your risk of breast cancer.
Wow. I know you guys out. I've never heard that, and that's good to know. You know,
Yeah.
because we all want a glass of wine and cocktails. You know. So for women, so I'm 48. So a woman my age, if I have not been, living healthy and, not eating right, is there a turnaround for me?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And you know what we tell our patients, whether it's at the ER or a quench, you just do one thing. Pick one thing.
Every single
Maybe you're just going to drink water today.
Okay.
Maybe you're going to walk around the block today. Maybe you're going to choose to have a high protein dinner instead of a cheeseburger or something. You just pick one thing, and then slowly that one thing becomes a habit.
Wow. Any last words? Because we got to wrap up.
I just want to continue, guys, to be proactive and preventative about your health. Take a step every single day to move yourself forward and living the best version of yourself. Always, you can check us out to get more information.
Yep, you can check us out at quenchwellness.com and Bessie's MD.
And please go to, if you're interested in more information about them and about the Georgia Doty organization or volunteering, joining our advisory board, please go to georgiadotyinc.org. I always throw out my Facebook, Yolanda Givens, look me up. I'm going to have all their information there. I'm going to have all the information there about Georgia Doty. Thank you, doctor, so
Thank you for having
much.
us. We had a blast.
Never have enough time. I know everybody on this Facebook Live gonna have a million questions for me, and I'm like, you should ask them, and I'm gonna be referring them. But we appreciate you, and we definitely appreciate the viewers for tuning in to the Doty Report on comprehensive health. We thank you for being so supportive. We are all just trying to give back to the community and help us and kind of bridge that gap of the health disparities and really begin to educate. Do more education. A healthy home is a healthier life, is what I can say.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.